Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today I'm going to be going over my updated Game Week 1 draft. Once again, I'm just going to be doing one of these videos at the start of every week because my team is changing more than the weather. But if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what is your Game Week 1 team looking like, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. Starting things off at the back, of course, still got Mendy. I'm feeling a little bit more confident about Chelsea defense now because obviously they're signing all of these big centre-backs. Kimpembe as well, another target that Tuchel is after. So definitely solidifying that defense, bringing in a lot of really good centre-backs. So yeah, hopefully they do keep 5 at the back. Reece James, Chilwell, both becoming much better options again. I mean, they were good options anyway, but now that the defense is a lot more solid, yeah, like I said, I'm feeling a lot more confident. Of course, they will need a bit of time to gel, so potentially might not get a lot of minutes together before the start of the season because obviously August is coming very, very fast. But yeah, still got Mendy in goal. I'm kind of edging more towards Raya though at the time. I know I've just said that like Chelsea defense is a lot better, but I kind of want to bring in maybe Chilwell instead and just downgrade Mendy to a Raya if he keeps his main place. By the way, of course, they have just brought in another keeper. I'm still confident that Raya will be the number one spot, the number one choice, should I say. But yeah, you never know what's going to happen in that situation. But Raya, Mendy, the decision between those two, I think it's going to come down to like the last day before the actual Game Week 1 deadline. But either way, gone Mendy at the moment. At the back, Trent, James, Cancelo, and I've brought in Trippier now as well. I upgraded, I think it was Tomiyasu on the last video. It was either Tomiyasu or James Justin. I think it was Tomiyasu, but I've upgraded him to Trippier now. Of course, changed other players in my team that we're going to be talking about later. But yeah, I don't know. Trippier I just think is a really nice option. 5 mil. Obviously not as highly owned as a lot of the other players. Like the template back 5 is like Trent, James, Chilwell, Cancelo, and Robertson, or something around that. But of course, Trippier on set pieces and stuff, free kicks. I know he scored a couple before he got injured last season. A few of them were deflections, but as much as I hate to say it, they've got a really nice fixture at the start of the season against Forest at home. It's going to be a weird one because obviously it's the first Prem game for Forest in 23 odd years, 24 odd years, and obviously I want a good result. But of course, if we've got Trippier in there, maybe not as good. But either way, yeah, Trippier in at the moment for the Nottingham Forest home game. But I just think going forward, they've got some really nice fixtures as well. They do play City in game week 3 and then Liverpool in game week 5, which is quite unfortunate. Of course, I can rotate him with Nico Williams in game week 3. I think Forest have got Everton away in that game week, so obviously that should be fine. Although I do believe that Nico Williams has Liverpool or City or something like that in game week 5. I think it's City, whilst Trippier has Liverpool. So yeah, I'll have to just play like 3 at the back that game week because I don't think we're going to get anything from those two defenders in those fixtures. But that's the back 4 and the goalkeeper. Going into the midfield, Salah, Martinelli, Diaz, and Bruno. So this has changed a little bit as well. Brought in Martinelli for Son. Just so obviously I can change my forwards a little bit. But yeah, I like having Son in my team. Obviously, joint top scorer last season. He's not on penalties though, which of course is a little bit unfortunate. I know he took one in a preseason game with Kane on the pitch, but I think that's just because they were in South Korea and obviously he just wanted to score the penalty in front of like Korean fans and stuff like that. So yeah, there's no way that Son is going to be on penalties over Kane. Kane is the penalty taker. And yeah, 12 mil. I mean, if he was 11.5 or 11, Son would definitely 1000% be in my team. And he definitely could be as well by the time we get to game week 1. I'm kind of just experimenting at the moment and see what I like. But yeah, Martinelli, I mean, it also just does come down to if Martinelli gets enough minutes, he could be a really, really good option this season if he does get the minutes. I think he took a penalty pre-season as well instead of Saka, so I don't know what's happening there. And again, I still think Jesus will probably be on penalties anyway. But yeah, Martinelli, if he gets like 70 to 80 minutes every game in that Arsenal team and, he starts every single game, I'd be more than happy having him in my team. He's 6 mil, and I think if he's getting a starter in that Arsenal lineup, I think it's an absolute bargain. But yeah, also gone Bruno as well. Like I said, I think he was in my team in the last video, but I don't know. I think he's playing so forward. I think he's just going to be a really nice option this season as well. It's weird owning 2 Newcastle players at the moment, just because of obviously how poor they were at the start of last season. But obviously they've completely changed it around, and I think that Trippier and Bruno could be some good options this season. But again, this will most likely change a lot before the start of game week 1. Salah, of course, I'm not getting rid of him. I know a lot of people are making drafts now without him. And that's fair enough, but I can't see me ever having an FPL team in game week 1 without the likes of Salah and Trent. They're just the staples in every single team. And I mean, Salah is not like one of those players that isn't going to deliver. Like, he's delivered for the last 5 seasons. He's always scoring at the start of the season. He's just ridiculous. You know, he's not human when it comes to FPL. So yeah, I don't know how you can really bat against him. Of course, if you don't have him, your team will look really nice in other spots because he's just so expensive. But I don't think it's worth it. You know, in a game week like game week 1 with Fulham away, where probably 65% of managers are going to captain him. If you don't have him, it's going to hurt your rank. And if he goes and scores a hat-trick, you're already off to like the worst possible start in FPL. So yeah, I know it's obviously the situation, but either way, I don't think you can really go without Salah. And then up top, we have Kane and Jesus. So I've got rid of Son for Kane. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of like that 0.5 extra mil. I can put it in other spots. I mean, at the same time, I could easily downgrade Trippier again, which would be an extra 0.5, and then downgrade Mendy, which is another 0.5. So that'd give me an extra mil in the bank, and then I can, I don't know, upgrade somebody else in my team, or, I mean, get rid of Nico Williams and bring in another 4.5 defender. I know that Nico Williams is going to start for Forest, and I think he's going to be a really good option this season for only 4 mil as well. And I know Forest has just been promoted, and it's always, you don't really like backing the defense of newly promoted teams, but we've made so many signings at the back, and we've made signings all over the shop, to be fair. And I think Forest definitely go, not just because I'm a Forest fan, but I definitely think Forest are going to surprise a lot of people this season for sure. But yeah, I could easily downgrade Trippier to a 4.5 player like Tomiyasu again, and then take out Nico Williams for, I don't know, like Justin or something, and have like 2 4.5 mil defenders. But I do really like the upfront double of Kane and Jesus. I think they're going to be really, really good this season. Of course, it's the decision between Kane and Haaland. Like, I don't have any City players in like the midfield or attack. I am umming and ahhing about getting rid of Luis Diaz for Foden, but I just think that Diaz is going to be such a good, nice option this season. I think he's just going to replace Mane. He's not going to play every single game. That's just the situation that's going to happen. But I think my bench is strong enough. Andrea Pereira and Nico Williams, I think, are the best bench options this season for like cheap players. Like, I think in pre-season we got Pereira playing just behind Mitrovic in the last Fulham game, so that's obviously really, really nice for a 4.5 mil player. And then Nico Williams, like I say, he's going to be playing every single game as well. We just spent 17 mil on him for that Jed Spence replacement. So I think those two are really, really nice options. So if you are looking for somebody, and I know they're going to be highly owned and everything like that, but it's just simply because they are really, really good options to put in your team, and it allows you to spend that money elsewhere. It's basically just the Livramento of this season for Williams. And then Greenwood, I don't know really what's going on. Obviously, Rafinha's just left, so we'll see what happens if Greenwood gets a lot more minutes or whatever. If he does, then they probably will be the best bench options. Annoying not having a playing 4 mil keeper this week, obviously, like we did last season with Ben Foster, but, that was just an absolute gem, really. But that's just kind of how my team's shaping up at the moment. I don't know if I like it. I definitely think it's going to be changed a lot more, but at the moment in time, that's kind of what I've gone with. But the 8 mil player there in Luis Diaz, I mean, that could easily alter between Foden. Even Mount as well could be a nice option. Like, say, Chelsea got some really nice fixtures coming up. But yeah, Diaz is who I've gone with at the moment. I'd love to be able to fit in 2 8 mil midfielders instead of like Martinelli or Bruno, but I just don't know where I can do that on my team. I'd have to downgrade like Jesus or Kane or something like that. And I don't think I want to. Jesus having a really, really nice, good pre-season. Kane, again, just I think he's going to hit the ground running at the start of this season. Of course, last season he had the whole transfer situation going on, so obviously that's why he wasn't really performing and playing. But now I think that's just all out of the way. He's very much back in Conte. And as I say, Spurs are just, they're making a lot of really good signings. I think they just signed Jed Spence as well, actually, now I'm talking about it. But anyway, that is my Game Week 1 updated draft so far. Again, I'll do this like every week. If it changes anyway, if it doesn't change by next week, then obviously I won't make another video because it'll be the same team. But if I ever make changes and stuff, which I usually do throughout the week, then of course I'll make a video about it. But either way, that is my Game Week 1 draft so far. If you guys enjoyed the video, should I say, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. Again, leave a comment. What is your Game Week 1 team looking like at the moment? Subscribe if you're brand new. That's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.